This is my old helmet, Scorpion XO490. Of course, this is an amazing helmet, but this is 5 years old. This was manufactured in 2017 and I don't want to use a helmet that's so old, which is why I had to switch to a new helmet. And this is my new helmet, MT Revenge 2. I find this helmet to be really great, but it does have a few cons or downsides to it. What are those and whether you should consider buying this helmet? Stay tuned till the end of the video to know all about this helmet. Let's talk about the first thing and the most important thing about buying a helmet, which is safety. Is this helmet safe? Yes, it is. It is really safe. So as you guys can see here, this has a EC certification on it. It also has DOT, but really don't care about DOT. That's a topic for another day. But this is EC certified, so you don't have to worry. It is a polycarbonate shell with dual density EPS liners. So it is as safe as you can get in this price range. And if you're wondering whether this helmet is legal to wear in India, it is, because this also has ISI certification, which is something a lot of high-end helmets don't have these days. That brings us to the second most important point of the helmet, which is comfort. This helmet is really comfortable. It has really thick cushion-like liners inside, and oh, they are blue in color, by the way. This is the Blue Biker. Subscribe, yeah. And this is very comfortable to wear. I have worn this on my ride from Mumbai to Goa, Mumbai to Goa, and this was very comfortable. Over 3-4 hours of long stretches, I didn't feel like the cheek pads or anything was squeezing too hard on my face, and I also didn't feel like I was suffocating inside, which is something that I think it's difficult to find in a helmet in this price range. The liners inside are also moisture wicking. Now, I don't know how true that is or how well that works, but so far I have sweat a lot in this helmet and this does not stink. This smells like a normal helmet should. So I guess that moisture wicking property of it is actually working. The third point is somewhat related to comfort, and it is breathability. So when you wear such big helmets, of course you need a lot of air, especially if you are living in India, which is, dude, the climate is so humid these days. So, but with this helmet, you don't have to worry, because this, I feel, is one of the most breathable helmets I've ever used or worn. This is because it has two vents on the top like this. You can just close it, open it. There are exhaust vents on the back, and this is what I love about it. There's a 2-step vent on the chin. So like this is completely closed. Once you press this down, this is open, so you get a nice breeze in your face. You open this and you get a nice thunderstorm in your face. So yeah, this is really cool. This, by the way, is just a hole, if you guys can see. Now, talking about visibility or what can you see out of this helmet? Well, first thing you should know is that this helmet is more of a race helmet and not a touring helmet, so you don't get a lot of visibility. The chin bar is really thick. This cutout is kind of narrow. So while you do see all of the road, if you are, for example, if you want to do a shoulder check and you turn behind, there's a high chance you'll have to bend a little further so that you can see the road behind you instead of seeing just the corners of the visor. I don't think this helmet offers a 180-degree view. This is more like 160 to 170-degree view. Again, for me, this works completely fine, but for some people, especially for those who are touring or commuting in this helmet, that might be an issue because it does hinder your visibility a bit. The next comes aerodynamics. Now, I am no aerodynamic engineer. Seriously, I can't even do maths. But this helmet feels pretty aerodynamic to me. Why I say this is because, like, a lot of the helmets at highway speeds, they wobble around a lot. It gets really annoying after a while if you are touring a long distance. But with this helmet, I've found that this is very stable at high speeds. So I don't know whether it's the shape or how it is designed or whatever it is, MT has done a good job to keep this helmet stable at high speeds. At the same time, this is also a sort of a quiet helmet. So if you're going at 30 to 40 speeds, or let's say normal city speeds, you won't feel this helmet. It's really quiet. At highway speeds, it does get a little noisy, but it's not enough to bother you or annoy you. So now my old helmet was really noisy. This one is not, and I'm really happy with how the sound insulation or whatever it's called of this helmet is. It's pretty good. It works and it gets the job done. Of course, there are helmets that are way quieter, but dude, those helmets cost around 50 to 60,000. So until I get there, this is the best I have. One of the main reasons why I purchased this helmet is because of these double D rings. I wanted a helmet with double D rings, which such features that this one has. So again, if you guys are looking for the safest helmet out there, always choose one with a double D ring because it forces you to tighten the strap every time you wear the helmet. Of course, they are kind of annoying to put on every time. You know, it usually takes around 10 seconds to put them on for me right now. And with gloves, it gets even more difficult. But that is something that I'm ready to live with. And let's talk about the weight. This is a polycarbonate helmet. It's not fiberglass or carbon fiber or whatever new fancy things there are. This one is going to be heavy. Right now this weighs around 1550 grams, but this is a large size. They have two shell sizes, so I'm expecting the small and medium helmet to be lighter than this. But yeah, this is somewhat of a heavy helmet. Again, not a problem because this helmet is really well balanced, so you don't feel like there's a lot of weight on your head. So if you hold it like this, yeah, kind of feel the weight right now, but when you wear it, it disappears completely. Then there is the design, but I'm not going to talk about this because design is very subjective. What I like, you might not like, and what you like, I might completely hate. So for me, I'm okay with the design. I think it's kind of unique. It's somewhat high-vis, at the same time it's gray, so and it has a splash of blue over here. I wish the entire helmet was blue, but that's all right. What else about this helmet should you know? Well, this has speaker cutout, so you can put your intercom very easily. The visor is pin lock ready, and the visor, while the visor is really just a normal visor, it does have this locking mechanism over here, so when you press the button it pops open and then you can pull it up. It's also very easy to remove. You just have to like open the visor, pull this, and then take the visor out. Other features, what else should you know? There's a reflective thingy over here, so I guess that lets people know that you're wearing a helmet, a really nice one that too. There's a QR code over here. I mean, I'm a marketing guy and I found this to be really cool. If you scan it, it'll just take you to an empty helmet website. Apart from that, there are not many features on this helmet. This helmet gets all the basics right, but if you're expecting it to have a lot of bells and whistles, you would be disappointed because this helmet does not. So what are the cons of this helmet? There are a few. The biggest downside of this helmet is this ECE 22.05. It is kind of outdated. Now there are helmets that come with ECE 22.06. I'll make a separate video on what are the difference between the two, but this one in like technical standards is kind of an outdated certification, but in India it's difficult to find ECE 22.6 helmets right now, and even the ones that have that certification are expensive. So I guess we'll have to wait for one more year before all the helmets available in the market become ECE 22.06. The second downside of this helmet is that it does not get emergency tabs over here. I mean, if you pay so much money, you would expect to get those. That's helpful if you have a crash and you have someone else has to take the cheek pad out to get your helmet out of the head. Sorry, get your head out of the helmet. Who would say I am a writer by profession? Anyway, it does not get that. I wish it did, but it does not. Now, for a lot of bikers, this one downside might be a deal breaker, is that this does not get a drop down visor. I personally don't care about it. I hardly use it, and plus the lack of a drop down sun visor keeps the helmet small and light. But if you are someone who uses drop down sun visors a lot, this helmet is definitely not for you. This one does not have that. Even though cheaper empty helmets do, this one does not. Again, I'm completely fine with this. You might not be, so you decide. Bringing it all together, the last downside is that this helmet costs a whopping 9,000 rupees, but again, like I said, it does not have any bells and whistles. If you are someone who wants to get the best bang for your buck, this might not be it. But if you are someone who's looking for a helmet that gets all the basics right while being really comfortable, safe, and somewhat quiet, this helmet is for you. I guess that sums up our review. So let me know in the comments below what you think of this helmet. Personally, if I were to buy a helmet right now with all the things I know about this helmet, I would definitely get this helmet because I love it. It's really great. I always wanted a helmet that gets all the basics right. It has to be comfortable, it has to be really safe, like at least EC certified, and it has to be, you know, just easy to live with. I don't need a lot of features in my helmet, but it has to get comfort and safety at least right. And this one does it. And I'm willing to pay that extra buck for this because, again, like I said, the quality is good. I bought this helmet from LMT store Mumbai. So if you guys are looking for helmets like MT, SMK, XOR or Axis, and I think THH too, you guys should hit them up. They also sell Rhinox and Viterra and all kinds of touring gears. So if you are in the market for something related to touring or helmets or protective gear, even Forma boots, hit them up. They are my friends and they are really good guys. This is Ayush Rathod. This is the Blue Biker. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, or do whatever you want to. I can't tell you what to do. But again, if you guys found this video helpful, thank you so much. Means a lot. Cheers. Bye bye.